Hi, it's Hans. Welcome to the channel. Hope you've had a good Christmas, and thanks for viewing this. Just a bit of an update. This is my diesel powered clothes dryer. Been using it all year, maybe every day. It's done hundreds of hours of drying clothes using diesel. Diesel's got a calorific value of about 10 kilowatts a litre apparently. I'm not sure 100% on that. But the system runs on 12 volts with diesel outside, and it saves us a fortune drying clothes. I'm a landscaper, run an IT business as well. I'm a partner, so a couple of us in the house, always washing clothes, works clothes. I just wanted to show you something, and this is what the original electric one was like. Our clothes, sometimes I think that's why aliens, you look at the greys, I know it sounds a bit mad, but the greys have got like always perceived to have like a suit on. And I always think, you know, why have we got clothes? We've got to wash every day, and then you look at how many fibres come off clothes. Well, this is how much comes off clothes. I mean, this is outside. When I stripped this down when it was electric, I mean, look at the fibres. I mean, proper DIY Jethro dryer. It's not ideal, but it's worked. My partner thought it was just a rubbish idea in the beginning, but in the end she said it's absolutely fabulous. And then just look at this. Look at the fibres. So if you've got an electric dryer and you say, oh, I've had it for years and it works really well, it's probably absolutely caked. Now, this was a condenser clothes dryer originally, and I thought they were rubbish, absolute rubbish. The clothes are always a bit damp, and then you've got what's happened is the drum's given up, which is just great, isn't it? And then you see here, it's just folded, so the drum's made up of little tacks, but not many. Focusing on there, and it's just given up and ripped itself to bits. But that's done. I don't know how many hours. Let me get my finger out of the way. How many hours that goes on there? So I'm just considering, do I fix that? Do I fix it or get another drum? Scrap the idea. I've got another idea in my head for doing this. The Chinese heater. I don't know if you can see that there. The gasket was burnt on the bottom there. That's to do with either losing power or it's been switched off without cooling down. So what it does effectively is melt that gasket. And the gasket basically, when it's outside, it's fine, but if it's in a caravan or a van, you've got to be careful because there's the exhaust bit. So you're going to make sure that's sealed. That's the input. But then I've cleaned this already, but the amount of, you can see that burned items there. Never went on fire, but that could go on fire. But if it went on fire, it wouldn't do much. It's only a bit of you can see that there. So it's blocking the fins. But this system here hasn't faltered. That is a Chinese heater basically. That core gets hot, blows over those fins, and that's how it heats. That produces heat. Runs on 12 volts or 24 volts. You can see that would affect the turbine efficiency. And there's my tank there. I've got a controller, then I've got a box there that does the clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation, so the clothes don't crease. It's a proper Jethro. I mean, not many people would even bother doing this unless we're living in the sticks. You know, you're not going to have it in the house. Luckily I've got it outside, and then I've got the roof put on it. I mean, I might. I'm just going to weigh up now. So the crappy rollers are put in there, but they've worked. They're bearing rollers. anything, that makes a noise. Could do with greasing up, really. So what do I do? Do I consider making another drum? Buy a drum, try and get one second hand if I can. It's worth it. It's a very simple little apparatus. Very simple oak, and that's a 240 volt. That's in an IP66 case. That's the Chinese 240 volt to 12 volt. It's only a 22 quid item. That's all earthed and everything in there. That's my little. That's off a scooter motor. So that's a 12 volt scooter motor. The belts are from HPC at the time. There's the pulley there. I made some brackets there to hold bearings in. Very crude, very crude. And then you've got the spring tension there, and that's the belt that turns the drum. But again, just look, if you've got an electric, you're running an electric dryer. I remember stripping this down originally to use this because it had broken. And I thought, what am I going to do? Had the idea. But you look at all this, and this is outside, and the actual input is well away from the output. So how it gets caked like this is unbelievable. Look at it. They're a fire hazard. With all the technology we've got in the world, it just bears me to think, oh, we're going to NASA's going to the Mars, and Tesla EV cars, we can't even dry our clothes. Pathetic. You know, technology wise, we focus on such rubbish things. Anyway, there you go, just a quick update with my my Chinese heater on the wall that I've got in the house. Well, that's just been stunning. I'll do a video on that. I've checked that out, serviced it. I haven't had to touch it really, and it's just been working. So you can leave it on. A full tank I've had on for like 3 days, but I don't tend to keep it on in the day when I'm not in the house. We turn it off when we're not here, and we just run it at night, and we run it through the night. And there's a carbon monoxide alarm right in front of it. And to be funny, it just runs on 12 volt. What could go wrong? That gasket there could fail. I put a new gasket on that last year. That gasket can fail, and you could get carbon monoxide coming into this chamber and then blowing through. But I don't think there's any stories about that going on. That's a 5 kilowatt heater, they reckon. I'll tell you one thing, it does not dry clothes quick, and made that as well. Very proper jet-through thing, look at it. Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, I'll have a think about what I'm going to do with this. Anyway, thanks for viewing the channel, and there's more to come this year. Thank you.